In this video I want to speak about how to spot the false character within us and how to heal from this false character, which is our ego. And I hope it will be useful. So, as you know, if you watch my videos, I believe that we are eternal souls incarnated on this earth, in this material world, in order to progress and follow our spiritual evolution, in order to reach the state of integrity with our Creator, with our God. So we come in this material world in different families, and we choose that space, that place, which is the most beneficial for our spiritual growth. But we don't understand that for a long time. Maybe during the life we could live a life, but still don't understand why we are experiencing what we have to experience in the life. So we are the products of our past within this life, and what we have experienced in our previous lives as well. So all what we get influenced by our parents, family, society, our school education, our all the influencers from the books we have written, the social media, everything creates within us that personality who we are today. And unfortunately, not everybody is blessed to be born in an emotionally balanced family. And because of that, we are forced, or we have to experience a lot of traumatic events in our childhood, which can lead in our future life and adult life to different types of personality we become. For example, if we experience a lot of abandonment since we are children, or we maybe experience that we are punished or we are not accepted as we are, our parents asked us to do more things or to prove all the time that we are good, and we have to work more in order to get love and attention. And it is not about blaming our parents. If we do that, if we got into this mindset of blaming and judging our parents, society, school, we damage to our growth, because we get into a state of victimization and we don't take responsibility of what it is. We don't accept, and this way we are not willing to grow and get mature, psychologically mature, by understanding what happened in the past through acceptance and understanding. So when we experience this behavior of our parents, we can end up mainly in two different categories. One which is called in psychology narcissistic personality, or we can get to be neurotic personalities. So I'm personally a neurotic person. I mean, I want to help people, I want to work more in order to get love and attention and respect. I used to have a lot of empathy and identify myself and my feelings with other person's feelings. And in these circumstances, I get attached to those people who, not always, but it happens when I get attracted by some aspects of qualities of that person, and I get this could be a friendship between me and maybe another person, which could be another woman, or that could be an attraction of a man. So if I get this attraction of physical body, then I get attached to emotional. It's not always, but sometimes it happens, and I can spot those patterns since my childhood. Another character which is narcissistic, I know because I used to meet these kind of people, and I can see their behavior is rejecting by the opposite type of behavior in rapport to neurotic people. So the narcissistic people, they tend to be more proud of themselves. They want to prove that they are better than others through showing up what they achieved or what they acquired in life, and it is also related to their material possessions. Also, they are avoidant when they feel that you get to manifest attention, respect. Those people are rejectful. In loving relationship, they love to get, but they are not open to return the same amount of love and care they receive. They could use sarcasm as a tool to control and manipulate in order to make the person embarrassed or ashame the person. And they are very afraid to open up. Deep inside, these people hate themselves very much. That's why they hide themselves under very superficial elements of life, but deep inside they are very unhappy, unfulfilled, and they hate themselves. So having this attitude towards themselves, they are not able to love other person because this feeling is not familiar to them, and they used to hate and envy the person who is feeling content and happy without them. I will make an example of my personality because I've experienced for many years a relationship which was not an equal give and take, and I couldn't figure it out for many years why I was associating the love with pain, and it took me a lot of years to understand and to learn to study about myself, about spirituality and psychology. And I realized that all I've experienced in my childhood is that pattern or that false character which was born within me, and I identified myself with that character, which was my ego. I remember every time I got attracted by a person, by a man, I could feel love, but that love was triggered by rejection. So it was first the attraction of a physical aspect, but the behavior of that person could trigger within me those feelings of pain and rejection which I've experienced from my parents, from my father mainly. All this romanticism and drama movies which associate love with pain, it's just so destructive to our psyche. But we don't know that, we just get it and we carry within us for years, till we get aware of what's going on with us. So what we have learned during the life, all our values, all our concepts about the life, about the world, puts us in our headspace, and we live in our minds, and we disconnect ourselves with our feelings of the body. And I would like to mention that because we are getting more mature and we are getting more aware, we can learn how to heal ourselves and how to spot our false character within us by listening to our body, by placing ourselves in the space of presence, of here and now. When we do that, we can listen to our bodies and we can spot what people's behavior or our personal behavior trigger those pain points. Practicing this exercise brings us in our bodies. We can do this healing by practicing the journey of going inwards and finding those pain places, dark places, and doing healing through light. Most of the time when you want to do that, we feel the fear of death. And usually the fear of death is the fear, not usually but always, the fear of death is the fear of death of our ego. Every time you feel fear, it means this you are identified with your character, which may carry within himself or herself a lot of other fears of being yourself, loving yourself, opening up, fear of vulnerability, or fear to manifest yourself and express yourself as you are, because we are afraid of being judged and criticized by others. When we get to spot in ourselves this love associated with pain, I think, and I personally believe, and I've practiced talking to that person who triggers those feelings within us, because they cannot be aware about what is happening to us. And it very often happens that that person can't realize what we are feeling, because we used to offer love and attention to that person, and we are doing that unconsciously because we used to that. It was the part of our character to give. And that person might get used to that attention, and they feel good. Consciously or unconsciously, they become energetically vampires. So they feel good, it's okay, but they are not aware what is happening to us. We give our power away, and this is our responsibility to take care of that. And how to do that? We can ask and speak to that person and ask directly, what do they think or what do they feel about us? And we can realize that actually that was our illusion, and that person maybe doesn't feel what we feel. And it is our responsibility to liberate ourselves from this connection, which we create ourselves, being stimulated by the old pattern we inherited from the past. And sometimes it takes months and years of this unequal energy exchange, and people can't understand what's going wrong. They manipulate each other, they control each other, and they accumulate a lot of resentment, which they keep inside their bodies, and that is transforming in different sicknesses, diseases, chronic diseases. When you talk to that person and you figure it out that actually that person doesn't feel the same feeling, or maybe they don't love you as you are loving them, and maybe they feel that you are actually a normal person, and then you can feel a lot of pain. And when you realize that actually everything happened within your mind and within your false self, this attachment, this unhealthy attachment, you can start working on your health, on your self care and healing. And you can set boundaries, a boundary to your energy, to protect yourself. And I know it is so painful. You feel like you are dying. Your ego, which used to get attached and chase energy and attention from other person, then when you start learning to stop that and move your energy within yourself, then it's a huge transformation, which is equal to death of your ego. I want to bring this awareness to the people who maybe experience a lot of pain and they don't understand why other people are treating them the way they treat them, and they are not happy. It was for me an issue for many years, because I was trapped in my mind by my dogmas and the religious I practiced, and a lot of philosophies and yoga practices. And I thought I am so knowledgeable and I know a lot of things. And I was living in my head. I was disconnected with my body and I ignored what my body was shouting at me. Pay attention to what is happening, why you feel pain. So when I started doing this internal work within me and the journey, I've recognized a lot of patterns, and I've started to be open to myself, honest with myself. And I started to talk to people and tell, look what I feel when you behave in a way or another way. I feel that. What do you think? And people are open to show up who they truly are and what they feel towards you. And this is our responsibility, our personal responsibility, to make ourselves happy. Nobody can make us happy. It is an illusion when we believe that somebody else will make something for us in order to make us feel happy. Because if we don't know how to make ourselves happy, how can anybody else do that? Because we are unique in our own way and we are different, but we can't figure it out what are other people's needs if we don't express them, if you don't speak about that. I hope it helps. And you can think about this aspect of your life. You know that it is a transformation equals to death. But if you are not doing that, then you will live a life in illusion, and you will never get liberated from that illusion. I hope it helps, and I wish you a lot of success in your healing of your old wounds and reprogramming your old patterns to new patterns, which will be focused on your feelings, on the feelings of feeling good within your body, within your mind and heart, and become alignment with your true self, who you are meant to be on this earth, in harmony with yourself and in harmony with other people. I wish you all the best and have a lovely day. Bye.